Hi folks, we have another couple of games from the Tyrell Martell match coming up. So two were supposed to be played at the same time, but Erik's game actually starting early, so we'll begin with that one. And then maybe in this video we'll catch the other one as well, or maybe we'll do that in a separate video. You can see that on YouTube, I guess. And the situation currently is that Tyrell has now taken a 4-1 lead. So if Tyrell wins both of the remaining games tonight, they can already win the match. And I guess we could say that Steven's game is tonight as well. That's in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. my time, so I won't be able to record that, I don't think. Let's see what the players have for us. So we have Sea of Blood this time for Martell, and we have Banner Kraken for Tyrell, starting with the duped Asha in play and the Marjorie. But no Econ, plays Time of Plenty with a chance to get some. And it's all Econ on the other side and helpful little Gates of the Moon here as well. For Erik, we have Melario with the Bodyguard and an annoying little Gaston Grey. So I wonder what version of Rihanna will be played and what version of Doran. I think the one that messes with the icons needs the faction card, so really doesn't have great synergy with Sea of Blood. Could be the core one, and the big Rihanna Martell, who can of course return characters to hand, and it's just generally obnoxious, so that could be a tough start here for Erik. Hope he's drawn something. Go second. And yeah, that's already a character that can mess with Asha very nicely. So tricky start. We have King of Salt and Rock, so there might be some pillage stuff going on as well. Well, Asha herself would like to pillage, but she might be losing icons, unfortunately. I can't get this character to work, so I won't just call it overpowered immediately, but yeah, I can do a challenge and then sack itself. That can work out pretty nicely. But okay, we have King's Road as the icon, and we have another one coming in, and Brienne is here, so... and all duped, so not too bad for Tyrell all in all here. Can even block probably the threat of a Sea of Blood trigger here pretty nicely. Brienne can get her renown on defense, doesn't need to attack into Gaston Grey. That's basically what will now have to happen, because you can't attack into Gaston Grey, right? Have to have location control. Ah, okay. Gets a dupe as well. Well, set up for a Morgulis, but not set up for attacking. And if Martell just passes, then really not much is achieved, right? You might see this Shadow City Bastard go for an intrigue challenge and then take icons from Asha, for instance. You could just attack into Gaston, has to go eventually. If it's not a deck that plays a King's Landing, it's probably not coming back. Okay. Well, he's allowed this to happen. Brienne defends with Arbor Marketplace, right? Oh, and this gives Asha the king trait, so she just defends without kneeling. Needs to trigger a strength boost though. Okay, Marketplace is the simpler one. Well, until there's no Dorn in play, doesn't hurt you to win on defense. And yeah, I have a suspicion that Marjorie will be happy to defend this one as well. And then Asha's icons will be taken surely. leaving Brienne, who already has renown on her, to attack into Gaston Grey. Or do you leave them both? See what happens. Probably event heavy as well, this Martell deck, if it has Sea of Blood, so could be Trickster. Maybe want to tempt Asha into challenge, then Gaston play his Viper Eyes. Yeah, leaves the icons for now. Asha has a free one, so she's just going to go for it. Then see what happens. Probably nothing more annoying is coming for you to save that Gaston Grey. So I think it's going to be used. Yeah, and then if you have his Viper Eyes, suddenly things are looking much better, right? And there we go. Now, is Asha the best card in hand? Yeah. And okay, plays Burning, doesn't seem that critical. Could have left that for future, I guess. Because she has Bodyguard and Dupe, so could take the Bodyguard. Then use Burning on an Intrigue or a Power Challenge later in the game, but okay. Let's see. Now Brienne is free to do Power, because there's no more Gaston. So she's just going to do it with Renown. And then if March comes, it will March Marjorie. And probably that Houseden Escort. Yeah, this is one of those games where I can't really say whether it's a good start or not. We're head on power, but have to attack into that Gaston, and now the board state kind of favors Martell, but not that many cards in hand. If there's a good draw plot for Martell, then it's not too bad. Winter Festival, which is going to hit against City of Secrets. That gives Martell 4 cards, gives some to Tyrell, has to discard 2, but it's still draw. Discard 2 that you're less likely to need. King of Salt and Rock, surprisingly good now, because it gives the king trait and then Brienne doesn't kneel. Loses Lady in Waiting and Elinor, interesting. Lady in Waiting, Universal Dupe, looks like it's very heavy on ladies. I was just wondering what restrictions are. Ironborn character only, so okay. He hasn't discarded it, but Ironborns in a banner Kraken that's based on ladies, it's just going to be Asha, right? Or is there something else? And here come the dupes, but Tyrell is well duped as well. Plenty of gold to marshal more annoying stuff. Okay. How much bestow? Hasn't used the grow for some reason. Okay, Milk on Brienne stops her renown and stops her just defending without kneeling. Missing 1 gold though for not using Blood Orange Grow. That's some passive power and draw as well, so that's useful. And still no threat of a win by 5 on the military challenge from the other side. It looks like it's a Duran's game deck with Ricasso in play. Could also grab Secret Schemes, although that conflicts with the faction card nil. So probably the plan should be to block that. Okay, searching for more characters. Find Superior Claim, which on this board actually is not that far from being able to be triggered, so too bad he can't get that in hand. And there's another Ironborn. But now giving him the king trade doesn't work because Brienne is milked. Yeah, that didn't go too well, honestly, for Tyrell now. Playable though, he will kneel. Works with any pillage, but there isn't any apart from himself. It's really an attachment that was much better on Asha. Takes Marjorie's icons now, so wants to win the intrigue. If he wins by 5, that's 2 used plots. Actually, Ricasso is here, yeah, okay, so we're already in range of that big Duran's game. That's the only reason to take her icons, because she of course has an ability that kneels her. And I don't see any way to defend against this. So it's happening whether Erik likes it or not. It's going to be 4 power on the faction card, 5 for the unopposed. That's the first Duran's game. Needs 3 to win. He'll be losing some challenges on defense though. And it's Ala. Yeah, she was a useful intrigue icon. Still wouldn't have stopped it though. There is enough strength. Or maybe there isn't actually, yeah, with her and Marjorie. I guess if you commit everything on defense you could. But this one I think will be defended. Either by Erik or by Brienne. Don't really want to concede military at this point. By Brienne. Now is there a win by 5? that you could trigger. We saw superior claim. Okay, wants to win military on defense by 5 as well. So what, all men are fools, but then he'd have played Dala, right? Instead of Erik. Okay. Just the two ladies. Yeah, if he'd said event and had superior claim now as well, I could have played that power claim and Winter Festival, and it gets him quite close. And now I think Erik may as well defend this and Kerwin strikes back, right? And Erik might hit on the pillage, and does he? No. Pillage is choosing the spear, which, to be fair, is kind of useless. That's 6 power, unopposed power is going to be 8. With Kerwin and Winter Festival is going to be 10. It's going to be 10-5. But look at the threat of Duran's game. And now Erik will be knelt and only 1 card in hand, but then Martell only has 2. Drawn unnecessary dupes, really. And I say 10 actually. Old Town will hit as well because superior claim is there. Then if you go first and do a big power, it will require all the defense. Could also be another Winter Festival that gets Erik very close to victory. Okay. Could there be another one of these, or maybe city of spiders? Looks like it's a city plotline, maybe. Carltown as well in the deck, usually. Oh no, you can't play with at the gates now. Carltown's often in Martell decks because it helps them, but not with at the gates. And Erik is the first one to select a plot. Okay, wants to save the power. And we have this. It's going to either give draw to both players or more econ. I would suggest draw. And King in the North happy to go first again. Well, Wanderer's game doesn't do it. Then it's a threat from the other side with superior claim in hand. Can't play neutral events with Sea of Blood, so can't play Hand's Judgment. You can play the other one, the Someone Always Tells, if you find it. The military is actually not the strongest challenge now. Intrigues is the strongest one. Okay. This is discarded. It was more draw potentially. Looks like the other cards are better. And that's good news. What was the other one? Another Elinor. Could have had Ala and Elinor, and then that all men are fools would have been even better, but couldn't really get everything into play. And then Erik wouldn't be here. Ah, okay, we don't want this. This with Duran's game, if he wins by 1,000, is very dangerous. That gets King in the North within reach of victory, so... Okay, but we know Erik is within reach of victory as well, so... If he's still alive and it's his turn, then I think he could get to 15. And now there is no gold, and you'd need to win military by 5 first. Oh, there is still water gardens, sorry about that. Yeah, so if Duran's game is in hand. 16 currently with all the icons, so the Viper can't win by more than... he'd get 3 power from that. I mean, it doesn't look like he can stand, so... 3 for the Viper, 5 for the Duran's game is 8. That's still only 12. And what else is coming? Wouldn't have thrown the cards away that he did if he had nothing else. Well, he's kept 5 gold. And there was a draw event and Elinor. So these cards that are in hand must be useful. We know one of them is Superior Claim. And now I feel like Brienne has to defend this because you don't want to give the search away. Could defend with Theon, that stops the win by 5. Okay, you're not getting his super easy win, but... And we want to trigger the marketplace just to win on defense. You could take a dupe now if you think it's the final round. Keep the marketplace for something else. No. Would be difficult to trigger Superior Claim now. Or any win by 5, so... Don't like how this has gone. I hope there's something good in hand. Always a chance for ambush, of course. Could play one of the big events. Could play Might of the Rich or something to win. To give someone plus 10 and then you win. It's a Superior Claim. Okay. Okay, now Duran's game's not going to be played from this, so he doesn't bother defending. And Superior Claim lost. I think King in the North was going to stop it anyway. Now I think the plan is more to just attack with Theon on the power challenge. And here comes the Viper. I would suggest Kerwin. Or you could leave it. Then Theon attacks military for unopposed. Kerwin with Marjorie's help wins power. That's 13. Or you could defend. Or you could do all 3 challenges even. Depends what the last 2 cards are. With 5 gold left, I'm really surprised. Okay. So that's 1 power for the Viper and 1 for power claim. So 10, 7. And something else to come. Secret Pact on Tion. Well, so there goes that plan. Marjorie can still win though, if she does the power challenge. And dominance. Thought we'd have a better round here. Next round, Martell can win. Thought this might be the final one. Now, is there something in hand that can still be used? Didn't really have a chance to trigger superior claim either. Okay, no Viper Eyes. So that's 11 power and 12 for dominance. Plus potentially Old Town could have a reset now. I really don't know what the other plots are for Tyrell here. Tion has been nullified, so I don't know. Difficult to close from here, but Martell is threatening because they only have to play one good Duran's game with Viper's ability, and it's over. And can't win initiative against them because of Clitus, whatever you do. Oof. Annals, really? So that gets you Duran's game on demand, along with Burning, which cancels claim, but it also gets 2 cards for 6 maids, and then all manner fools and superior claim if you're still alive, and Martell gets all the gold. Yeah, and Intimidate now as well, which sucks really badly here for Erik. And look at the strength there. Has to draw milk for the Viper. Otherwise I think it might be it. Unless he has a cancel for the event, of course. Or maybe a shrewd diplomat or something. But not much econ, really. Even if he plays the draw event, it's not looking that great. Okay, not very scary. Hahaha. Well, well, well. But there is only one Duran's game. All the events are won, so they can still be played, unfortunately. That's the ruling for Annals. Okay, didn't have a bounty, didn't have 6 maids. He can win with 6 maids with all manner fools and superior claim if he could do a power challenge and win it by 5, but now Martell is going to attack with in sequence to get the intimidate. (13). Can defend with 15 potentially. Not enough to win by 5 though. Played one from the discard pile. Yeah, unfortunately, if there is a judge call, we're gonna have to tell Erik that it works. That sucks for him now. Although interesting that this one has been put into the military challenge and not into the intrigue one, where he could have won by the most, I guess. Well, if they want a judge call, we can tell them. If they're going to resolve it themselves, then hasn't used Old Town. Could have drawn something there as well, like a bounty of High Garden. Okay. So I'm Team Tyrell, can't really do it, but since it's in Martell's favor, someone else who can answer it. Yeah, okay, can tell you. Yeah, that Doran's game can be played. That's the last one though, because he's already used this one from the discard pile, right? So everything else would need to be in hand, but now he's trying to win military because he gets the search from that as well. This win by 5 can be stopped, but then look at how much the Viper can still get. Actually, yeah. No, I think it's still fair enough to play Baylor, and playing him against Sea Blood, very nice. Just Annals didn't help on this occasion, would need multiple copies, and unfortunately it's not really worked out that great. Can defend this completely, but not to win by 5 and trigger the win, basically. Unless he has a strength boost that we don't know about, so that's 7, 9, Marjorie's 12. Can trigger her in the meantime, and then 13, and the attacking strength is also 13. Oh, it's 11, 14, 15 actually, okay. 15, but you'd need 18 to win, and then you trigger All Manner Fools and Theon's Renown on defense. So we can't quite win with that. You also don't want the host to intimidate anything, and then let's assume everything that is still standing here goes for an intrigue challenge. That's 16 again. So Duran's game gets him to 11, and Viper gets him 3 more. That's 14. Well, it's not losing on its own. But then if he also gets rid of the power icons in the meantime, yeah, what action is there still here? Oh, he could stand Erik. Ooh. Would that be enough? That's 18, so now Martell needs a strength boost. Okay, now that wins the game, right? If everything defends. I didn't check Erik there, so I would have misplayed this horribly, but that might be enough now. So he can play, yeah, he can also play these. All Manner Fools and Theon's Renown would be enough. And he has Renown, yeah. So now resources need to be spent to stop this by King in the North if he has them. Otherwise this was not the thing to do. Does he have, someone always tells. Still going to be 14 with Renown though, and then Old Town can try. Yeah, okay, that was fortunate, but I don't know, if you attacked Intrigue with everyone, let's say you have 10 here, 17, 20, 23, 26 against 4, you win by 22, Duran's game for 5 gets you to 11, and then you get 5 for a 4 for the Viper, and that's 15, right? I think that was doable. But yeah, didn't happen for King in the North. And that's it for this one. We can see the other game that we have is probably has started, but I'll end the video here so that we can have a separate one and see how that game is going.